listening to Clash Royale Radio with Dylan and Caleb in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to Clash Royale Radio, episode number 55. I am your host, Dylan, and guys, it is here, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. And we are here with FrozenYeti. How's it going, my man?
What's up?
What's going on? Good. Heck yeah. Before we get started, guys, make sure you guys join that Discord server. We love to meet you. And we also have a Google form about the podcast. Like, you guys give your thoughts on it. I think it's like 7 questions or so. Just answer that. I'll post that on the link on the show notes as well. So, Yeti, what's going on, man? How's the arena for you?
It's feeling so much better after all those nerfs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it feels like a totally different game.
It really does feel that way, and I'm actually having a blast. I mean, for some reason, I'm still seeing a lot of Goblin Machine. Have you?
I'm not so far.
It might just be me.
I'm actually seeing, I don't know. I'm seeing tons of different stuff right now.
Yeah.
It's also early, so
that's true. Did you get to 15K now? Trophies?
I'm at 15K on ladder.
Nice. So you already started ranked then?
Yeah.
Look at you go. I'm not even close, man. I'm not even close to 15K. I don't even like to play ladder. I just like playing ranked, but which ranked is so sweaty. It is crazy. It seems like it's gotten way harder.
It's super sweaty, and especially in the beginning. Yeah, that's why I kind of like to play ladder first.
That's a good point.
Let the pros get out of the way a little bit. And
maybe that's why I'm playing on my mini account so much right now, just because I'm just going to wait for everybody to jump up first, and then I'll follow.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our league. We are in the playoffs right now, and we're going to talk about the B League, which is where me and Yeti are in. And Yeti won his first match in the playoffs. I won my first match in the playoffs, which means we buddied up. We met each other in the playoffs, and Yeti beat me 2-1 with... You had a stupid deck. The third deck, man, was insane. I don't remember it, but I knew it had freeze. I forgot what it was, but freeze and poison.
Well, it had poison and freeze. You
That's
were not
right.
happy about.
You're playing graveyard with poison and freeze.
Yeah.
And I was playing Hoggy Q. I do remember that. But it was a fight. Every game was a fight, except for that first game. I kind of got you on that one. But
you did.
But it was a very fun match.
Definitely a fun match.
But then we have a guy, Goblin Lover. He hasn't lost a game yet.
7-0.
7-0. And now you play him. So that's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I might have to post that or something. I don't know, but I'm rooting for you. I did some scouting for you, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah. I got to do some switching up a little bit. How
about Frienderman, though? I remember when he just joined the Discord server, and he wasn't like that good, and he beat me in the regular season. I don't know what... Oh, yeah, he wasn't in your group, though. But no. He's been a solid player, and he's right there with you. I think he's in the semifinals or so.
Yeah, he's killing it. He'll play, I guess, your Goblin, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I went down to the losers bracket. I beat CZ, so I'm waiting for the winner of another group. So, it's been loads of fun. So, guys, if you guys want to join the league, you got to join that Discord server and check us out. So, but without further ado, let's go into the Ultimate Beginner's Guide for Clash Royale. And I got 9 points here that we are going to discuss. So we're gonna discuss like the understanding the basics. We got some deck building. We're gonna go over some managing resources like gold and stuff, and then we're gonna learn how to battle. Progressing through arenas, getting better fast, and then maybe some beginner's mistakes. And then we got some Evos that you'd want to get first. And then Yeti has cooked up some awesome decks for beginners as well. So at the end. So let's go with the understanding the basics. So guys, this is going to go pretty quick. It's just a kind of a rundown. probably everybody listening to this probably already knows this, but Clash Royale is a real-time strategy game, and you have 8 cards. It goes into your deck, and you're just trying to destroy your opponent's towers, basically. And then, each card costs elixir. So, managing your elixir is definitely very, very important, which is very hard to do. It's going to take you a long time to really master that. I haven't mastered it anyway. I doubt you have, Yeti.
No.
But something I did not know, you gain 1 elixir every 2.8 seconds, and then you got double elixir and then triple elixir after, in overtime. And then you have different card types. You got like air, ground, spells, win condition, support, splash, tanks, range, all that above. And then as you guys know, you guys have 3 towers. Your middle tower is your king tower. Then you got your 2 side towers, which is called your princess tower. And then if you destroy the king tower, you instantly win. But yeah, that's basically the basics of the game. What's your thoughts on that, Yeti?
Yeah, that's great description of the game.
Yep. Yeah, nothing too much really. But let's go into the deck building now. Every deck should have a win condition, which is a lot of people get this mixed up. But you got hog, giant, miner, stuff like that. Cards that go like towards the tower or do the most damage to towers. Those are going to be your win condition. And I even threw in some secondary win conditions. It's kind of like your magic archer and evolution bomber. Something like you can use tornado in to target towers or snipe towers or something like that.
Can we just pause right there for a second?
Yeah. I
see a lot of players playing without win conditions. Yes. I don't know if this is a new thing or what it is, but yeah, a win condition, I believe, I don't know if it's because I started when the game first came out. I think it's a must-have thing in your deck. I don't know.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. On my mini account,
some people get away without it. So
yeah, on my mini account, I'm playing against level 30s or so, like the account level 30 or whatever, and I go against people that thinking their Mega Knight is their win condition, and guys, it's not. I promise you, Mega Knight is not a win condition. Yes, it might work against a few guys, or a few players or whatever, but yeah, I agree with you, Yeti. A win condition is a must-have in your deck. If you want to get good at this game and want to learn fast, gotta have a win condition.
Yeah, just wanted to throw that in there.
Absolutely. And then you have like your support cards. You got Musketeer, Baby Dragon, Skeleton Dragons or whatever. Those are kind of be your support cards. A lot of cards can be supporting cards, honestly. But basically a card that supports your push or supports defense or whatever. And then you got your defensive cards. Basically any building. Maybe besides Pump's a little different, I guess. Then you got like your mini P.E.K.K.A. Maybe your Mighty Miner is a good defensive card. You need to have some heavy hitters and something that can kill tanks pretty fast or so. And then you need a spell, at least a spell. Most people play with 2 spells. You got like Fireball, Log, Arrows, whatever. And then there's different kinds of spells, like your small spells and then big spells. But yeah, Yeti, what do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you like having 2 spells in a deck, or do you normally just have 1, or what's your thoughts on that?
So normally when I'm trying to if I'm just building a deck, I always try to have at least 1 small and then 1 big. But it really depends on, because some decks you can get away without it because some cards will have enough splash or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Where you only need arrows or something.
Yeah, but if a meta is really heavy in bait, or you're definitely going to want to have log or arrows or something like that.
Yeah. And then, guys, this is a kind of a rule of mine, but when you're building a deck, you typically don't want to go. You want to stay about 4 elixir average on a deck or less. I wouldn't go like a 6, obviously. It's too heavy, and those are extremely hard to play. You might see some content creators doing something wacky, but they're good at the game. And you won't learn playing a deck that heavy. You want to stick with around 4. I don't know. You think that's a good number?
Yeah, I typically don't like to go past like 4.3, 4.5.
Yeah.
I think that's like the max for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, you have to have a pump probably in your deck. Like, three musketeers, you're going to have, it's going to be pretty heavy.
Yeah. Or unless you're choosing cards that can like stay on the map, pretty long.
Yes. Right. So just be in mind on that. And something I know, Yeti, you don't really like to follow, and neither do I, honestly, but you really need to focus on one deck and master it rather than switching every few battles, which to me, that's what's fun about Clash, though. Like switching out decks, I think I have like 4 or 5 like main decks that I just kind of stick with and just rotate them.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's just you're learning all the different cards as well. But all of the pros will tell you to stick with one deck and master it, and that's how you're going to get good at the game.
You definitely want exactly what you said. You definitely, if you choose a deck and you keep playing it, practice it, and practice each troop's placement and all that defensive wise, you're going to get really good at that deck, and I think you could push probably pretty far with that deck.
Mm-hmm.
For me though, I can't. For me, I don't know if it's a personal thing, but I get bored of a deck really quick and I have to constantly switch.
Yeah.
But like you said, that's what's great about Clash. It's just all for fun. So
yeah, exactly. So if you guys really, really, really want to get serious and want to get good, definitely just master one deck. And on that deck, you're probably going to want like something that's pretty good most of all year round. You know what I mean? Like 2.6. That's always somewhat viable. Or, log bait. A log bait deck is, always around. So stick with those or something. Or hog rider, like a hog EQ, whatever. But anyway, that is deck building. We'll go through the deck specifically at the end of the podcast, of the episode. Number 3, managing resources. So that's like gold, gems, your chests, wild cards, books, all that jazz. So with gold, in my opinion, I never have an issue, but I also am maxed. But on my mini account, I don't really worry about gold either. But you typically want to only upgrade your cards that you normally use. So if you have a main deck, if you have like a Hog EQ deck or whatever, you just want to upgrade those cards. Yes, if you have like 2 million gold and you have like 100 cards that like need to be or that you can level up, I would just hold on that and just wait and just upgrade your cards that you normally play with. And that's what I do with wild shards as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you choose a deck and typically just keep upgrading those cards in that deck, unless you have a credit card next to you, because really you're going to be spending a lot of money.
Yeah. A whaler. Anyway.
Yeah.
And gems is kind of weird. I don't know. What do you think on gems?
Yeah. I would say Clash Royale won't like this, but don't waste them on the store chests.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Save them for whenever the global tournament comes back. I think that 500 is always worth it.
Yes, I agree.
Yep. Save it for stuff like that, or unless you're just collecting emotes.
That's honestly, that's what I use. Gems is for my like cosmetic kind of stuff, like emotes.
Yeah. But don't wait. I'm telling you, I've done it before. Don't waste it on the chests that are in the stores. I've never seen it worth it.
No. And gems are also used for classic challenges. Those are really fun to use because classic challenges, if you guys don't know, you can play with any card. Every card is level 11, and you have every evolution that comes out into the game. So but the disadvantage is you don't know who you're going to be playing with. So you could be playing against a top, 1,000 player. It just kind of based on your wins and losses during that challenge. So, but and that's only 10 gems. So like everybody can play.
Stick with classic unless you feel better about what you're playing. Don't go to grand.
Yeah, it's 100 gems. Yeah. But I guess gems is kind of do what you want. and
yeah,
but and then daily chests, guys. Make sure get your daily chests. What do you get? Like 4 or 5 daily chests. So if you guys win your battles or so, or however many crowns you get or whatever, I don't know, you get these daily chests. Complete those, and that's just free stuff.
It's totally worth it. On my mini account last week, I think I got a legendary card for free every single day, like 5 days in a row.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know if I just hit just pure luck or what. But
yeah, there's your Philly luck, man. It's all on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't got a legendary in a while. So I'm due.
Yeah.
And then speaking of stuff like that, you got your like wild cards and books. So I have like 300,000 wild cards, and I'm not even close to being like everything level 15. But see, this is what I do it's like the same rules with gold, in my opinion. You just upgrade cards that you will use in your deck. So like I said, I have 300,000 like wild cards. I will wait until like maybe an evolution, Skelly Drags or whatever gets like an evolution or something. Then if they're level 14, I'm like, okay, well, I will definitely use those in like a recruits deck. I will upgrade them and then definitely get their, evolution. But basically the same as gold, in my opinion. And then you got your books. Yeah, you can talk about books.
Yeah, books. I just wanted to say that books, you don't want to. The way I use them is I try to use the wild cards to get to the card at least level 13 or 12 or whatever you got to get it to. But don't waste a book if you're already halfway through leveling that card up.
Yes.
Like I would use it if it's got a whole leveling up to go.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes. If you have like 90%, still need to, like if you still have 90%, or if you only did 10% of that card probably, then definitely.
Yeah, you can still use,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. If you have one card left and you just decide to use a book, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and also I think it's called, what's it called? Books of Books? The greatest one you can get.
The best one? Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. I think it was Books of Books or something.
But save that for champions.
Yes. Yes, that's very important, guys, because they kind of look the same, but I think this one has more of like a shiny or glare to it, I think, if I remember right.
It's a little different, yeah.
It's a little different because it looks similar to the legendary, but the legendary only does legendary ones. So just kind of be in mind of that. But yeah, definitely use the Book of Books just for champions because that's the only book you can use for champions. There's no champion book out there. So
yeah.
But a Book of Books can do any style card. So that is that.
Oh, and also it does, like you had a tip here that says to join a clan, which you haven't seen trade tokens a lot anymore.
Yeah, because a global tournament's gone or something.
Yeah, I hope they bring that back.
They need to. They need to do something.
But sometimes they can be helpful if you're trading with your clanmates.
Yes. Yep. All right, let's go to number 4 point, our 4th point. Learning how to battle. So this is the fun part in my opinion. So Here's the hardest part probably, guys, and we've already kind of touched on it a little bit, but learning elixir management. And guys, I can't tell you how many times I see people do this. Don't overspend, and just basically what I've learned is wait for your opponent to go into you and just play defense, because your defensive troops will go into the offensive side, and you'll have like this massive push basically. But I've seen so many people just stack bridge, and they're just overspending, don't care. They're like, okay, I just need my troops now and just go now, and I need answers and whatever. But I don't know. I see a lot of that.
Yeah. Especially I've noticed sometimes I'll be playing a deck and I get too anxious and I'll play 2 to 3 cards right as the match starts. And then I'm like, oh no, now I have nothing to defend with.
Yes.
And you're kind of screwed at that point.
I know for, if you have a good push and you're doing 1,000 damage, which guys, 1,000 damage is insane. Like 400 or 500 damage is great. So if you did 500 damage to a tower, I know whenever I first started, like 500 is like, oh, that's nothing. Or 1,000 damage, it could be better, whatever. But honestly, as you get better and better, that's a lot of damage, honestly. So I remember when Actually, a lot of times I do this, but I have a huge push going and I think I can get a lot of damage, but then I arrows, which the arrows is an overcommit. I've already did like 1,000 damage, but apparently I think I need arrows better. And I spent all my elixir for these arrows that's, killed maybe whatever it did, but I have no elixir and he has maybe, 8 or so. And then all of a sudden he has his counter push and I just lose a tower and I only did like 1,000 damage. So just a simple arrows play could be such an overcommit to where you will literally lose the game. So yeah, you really got to manage elixir. And guys, it is one of the toughest things to do. It's very hard. It's going to take some time, but you just gotta play and figure it out basically.
And pay attention to the elixir like growing in your bar. I usually like to wait till it's. Yeah. Don't play a card if you don't have to. Like wait till it keeps loading up till it's full, and then don't let it leak out.
Yes, right. Especially buildings. I like if somebody pushes like a golem in the back and you're at like 2 elixir, or let's say you're at 4 elixir, don't just place a Tesla right now. Wait for the troops get to you first, like somewhat close, and then place your building. Because if you place your building right away, it has a timer, so it's going to lose health. So wait for it to get close enough to where So anyway, but yeah, great points there. And we already kind of touched about this, but defend first and use that as a counter push. That's how you win trades, guys. So
I also just want to throw out there is certain decks out there where you do want to push heavily, I guess. But usually you're not going to play those decks right away. Yeah, at the start, you're definitely going to want to defend first.
Like a log bait or so, or maybe like a wall breakers or something.
Yeah, like that. There's this new deck right now. I think his name was Hypno. He's playing like this crazy. I mean, he's just spamming wall breakers, log bait, barrel. Like it's just you're constantly just throwing things at the opponent.
Barrel with it, I think. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
But it's super quick. I think it's like 2.4 elixir. It's
with Dark Goblin, I think.
Yeah, it's got Dark Goblin.
I think Riley played it, with Tag.
Yeah.
He played something similar anyway, but yeah. But yeah, there is decks where you want to bridge spam. Like obviously there's a deck called Bridge Spam, but again, you don't always spam the bridge just because your deck's name has a bridge spam in it. But yeah, just kind of be mindful of that. And also know your counters, guys. So if you have a Hog Rider, you place your Hog Rider, learn what the counters are. See if he has a Inferno Tower or if he has a mini P.E.K.K.A. You got to know this, and then you can kind of play around that. And then we've also talked about this. Don't just spam at the bridge, guys. It's better to play in the back, build a bigger push, or build off of a defensive push. So don't.
Yeah, unless you know that your opponent wastes a lot of elixir and he's really low.
Yeah.
Then go for it.
Right. And there's also certain situations to where your tower's already gone on one side and he's going all out for this dead tower pretty much because it only has like 400 health. Then maybe you want to go all out and maybe trade towers. You know what I mean? But then again, you got to be careful of that because you could get 3 crowned. But yeah. But anyway. And then something I learn from your losses, guys. Watch your replays. There was one time last week, actually, I was playing Ice Bow and I was playing against a Splash Yard and I was literally winning the whole game and I was doing really well, doing some really cool, really good plays, honestly. And then he had one push and then I had my Tesla closest to the tower all the way to the right side. And then I laid down my knight right in front of my tower, which is a huge problem when his baby dragon's on my knight. And it was sitting there just splashing my tower. And I didn't really realize that until I lost the game. Like, wait, how did I take so much damage? So I went back and watched my replay and I found out, oh, wow, I put my knight way too close to the tower and the baby dragon was locked on my knight, which means it was splashing on the tower as well. And that's how he dealt so much damage, like 500 or something like that. And that's why I lost the game. So now I knew, like, okay, maybe I need to place my my knight a little bit further up. That way it doesn't splash on my tower. And then I would have won that game if I would have done that. So guys, it's very important to watch your replays, honestly. And like, if you guys are just questioning on yourself, like, why did I lose or how did I lose? just go watch it and you'll find out.
Yeah, you'll probably see it right away. That's something I need to. After 10 years, I still don't do that. But
I don't either. I really don't.
Yeah,
but it is important.
It's funny how people would be so much better players if they actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
exactly. And guys, here is the meat of everything, guys. On battling, it is learn placements. This will maximize your potential, guys. Learning placements is so important. There's so many people I'm playing against where I lay like a hog rider down and they play like they're building like not in a good spot, like not even close to the center, and it's very high or something like that, and it's way too like towards the lane. That is not a great placed building. There's some situations where, or there's some cards to where you can pull. So that's another thing. You got to figure out what cards can you pull in. I know E-Giant used to be crazy. And you can almost kite them to the other lane. But yeah, placing, guys, is so important. And actually not just placing it, but the timing of placing it as well is very important.
Timing is huge. It's funny, but when I first started playing the game, I used to see there was a lot of hog, and Hog Rider would come down and I'd have a mini P.E.K.K.A. and it's a small misplace of a mini P.E.K.K.A. The Hog Rider would still get a hit or two.
One hit, yep.
But it's funny how if you learn where to place the mini P.E.K.K.A., the Hog Rider gets no hits.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's such an easy thing that, now, like probably everyone knows that, but
yeah,
it's just, it's stuff like that. Yeah. Or even if you misplace your fisherman and you're trying to pull someone to the tower, you misplace that just a little bit and it's just going to keep walking.
You're done for. And yeah, you normally just lose after that. Yeah. I've done that many times.
Oh yeah.
But guys, probably the best thing you can do on learning placements is go watch some YouTube. I do remember watching a YouTube clip of a ton of like placements and stuff like that. Definitely learn them. Okay. It is so important. And like guys, I know
there's videos where they highlight like the spots.
Oh, they do. Stuff. Yeah, right.
It's really detailed. It's nice.
Like here's a placement that I haven't learned yet, which I need to, is when your opponent has a balloon and you have tornado, you can actually pull the balloon towards your king tower and activate it. But the only thing is you have to let that balloon hit your tower. But it's also a really hard like pull. I haven't figured it out yet, but I know there's a way.
It's timing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But just learning. I think we did one where you can pull stuff to your king tower. I think there was like 15 cards, 16 cards that you can use just tornado in. But anyway, yeah, guys, placements is so important. Just watch some YouTube clips about it. And I know there's a lot of people back in the day where they'd had a lot of placements and stuff. Definitely watch it and then definitely learn and experiment. Okay. It's not.
You realize how quickly you're like, wow, I'm playing so much better.
Yes. And if you play towards your center of the map, you'd be surprised of how well, just one elixir skellies will take care of a mini P.E.K.K.A. or something like that. And that's 1 to 4 elixir. They spent 4, you only spent 1. That's a huge advantage. So definitely, yeah, it's all about placements, guys, and timing. All right, number 5, progressing through arenas. So yeah, obviously early on, this is your go-to. Go through arenas as best as you can. Each arena unlocks new cards. But yeah, let's see.
Mainly in the beginning, it's kind of, I don't know. It's still bots, isn't it?
Yeah. In the beginning, you'll have, it's kind of 50-50. Normally bots will have like a generic name and they won't be in a clan.
Yeah.
And then you'll definitely will see somebody that's not a bot if they're in a clan, because bots can't join clans, obviously. But yeah. But the further you go, guys, you'll start seeing different play styles because your people are unlocking different cards now, so they're expanding. So you'll see a lot of air or bait, hogs, whatever. You'll probably see a lot of hogs early on, honestly. And I wrote down, guys, trophy pushing could hurt you if you push really fast. That's where I'm at right now in my mini account. I pushed pretty fast and I didn't really take it very slow. And now I'm at a point to where my levels are a problem, which guys, I think honestly, it's going to happen to you. Okay. You're going to be able to push some days and then all of a sudden you're just losing just because he has higher levels. That's probably going to happen. So, but if you really push too fast, it's going to take a while. You're going to just have to play and force yourself just to play just so you can,
I did the same. I'm literally stuck now because I pushed too quick.
Yeah.
And now all I can play is like classic challenges to try to level out my cards.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Just classic 1v1. That's all I'm doing is it's just grinding, which you learn off. You'll start to learn and stuff, but it'll take you a little bit. But yeah, that is progressing through arenas.
And also with like pushing, I think what's the rule we always say? If you lose 3 or lose 2, take a break and then come back.
Yeah, right. I think I normally do like 3 games, and if I lose them all, I'm done for about an hour or so.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Or take a break or something like that. Or sometimes I just switch a deck and run with it.
Or yeah.
But number 6, guys, getting better fast. We kind of went over this a little bit, but definitely watch your replays, guys. It does really help. Okay. Figure out why you took so much damage, or figure out even why you took so much damage, just kind of figuring out those points, maybe, figure out why, your tornado didn't do what you thought. Okay. Learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. And then another thing, guys, what I do a lot is watch pro players play, or content creators play with your deck type or deck style. I watch a lot of Hunter, and he's the one that really got me motivated into playing Ice Bow. So I've been playing a lot of Ice Bow, and he's probably the greatest Ice Bow player ever or whatever. And yeah, just kind of learning off of that. So,
and you could actually just go to YouTube and say, if you pick 2 or 3 cards that you're playing, you just type it in the search, and usually there's pros that are playing those cards, or there's videos out there that can show you how to play that card better.
Yeah, that's true. I've never done that. That's interesting.
That's what I used to do when the game first came out.
Yeah, good point. And another thing, guys, is join a clan, because you can practice battles with your buddies or whoever, just people that are in your clan. And the best thing is you don't take any trophy losses. And then it's also perfect for learning. So like if you're brand new at the game and you 1v1 with me, I'm probably going to win. But then at least after, when the game is over, I can chat on there and say, hey, this is what you probably should have done. You should have played your mini P.E.K.K.A here. You should have NATO'd this, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, joining the clan, it will really help you. So definitely don't be shy, guys. Gotta just do it. And yeah, set small goals, guys. Win 3 battles without leaking elixir. Whatever. Defend 5 balloon pushes. I just kind of threw some random ones out there, but just my goal is to somehow defend Golem without Golem touching my tower. It's extremely hard, but I don't know. That's just kind of random that is put. But anyway, that is getting better fast. And also join the Discord, guys. Just do it. We
do it.
Yeah, do it. I mean, we talk about a lot of stuff. We have a lot of tips. We have deck building tips. We actually have some coaches that will do this for free. If you just send your deck out on our Discord server, we will tell you like, hey, you should probably put this card in for this one because it doesn't really synergize well or something like that. So yeah, just do it, guys. It's free. Number 7, the common beginner mistakes. So what?
We kind of went over this one.
Yeah.
Upgrading your card, every card in your that you're collecting.
Yes.
It's a waste of gold.
Yes, it is. I've done this many times actually, but don't just upgrade every single card just because you have the money. So
in the start, I'll throw this out there. When you first start playing and you're starting to, climb up, you're like, oh wow, I'm collecting a lot of cards and I'm really leveling up fast. They're gonna get a lot slower. So especially with your king tower.
That's true. Yeah. Good point. And then our second point is playing too aggressively and ignoring defenses. I'm talking to you Golem players.
Call him in the bag.
Yeah, I played one guy today. First, he pulled a Caleb. First play, golem in the back, and I just expoed on the other side and won.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, yeah, guys, don't play so aggressively. Honestly, if you have to, just wait till he plays into you and just react. Be a reactive player. Our other point is overcommitting on one lane. It's very easy to do. You can overcommit on defense. It's possible, guys. So be very careful with that. And obviously you can overcommit on offense. So yeah.
Yeah, and ignoring elixir advantage is huge. There's
yes.
Sometimes that's why you lose a match.
And this is something, guys, that you probably should pay attention to while you're playing. And I know this, guys, is very hard because you're trying to manage elixir as well. You're don't want to leak or whatever. But ignoring elixir advantages. So basically, like, you know, if you play your skeletons in the middle and they drop the P.E.K.K.A., you're going to counter that whole P.E.K.K.A. They played 4 elixir. You only played 1. You're up 3 elixir. So you know you're above him. So use that as an advantage. And guys, that's what's so hard about this game because, you know, over time, you can build such a huge advantage where you can make this massive push and there's no way for him to defend it. But
and another good tip really quick is, because you just reminded me, try to remember like what they're playing. Like if he played a P.E.K.K.A. in the beginning and then he played skeletons and maybe he played, you know, minions or something that's going to say if you're playing a balloon deck, if he played all his if he played all of his air cards in the start, I would throw that balloon right down and go down the lane.
Yes.
You know?
Just like, yeah, great example is like log bait. You know, if he used his log on your princess, throw your barrel out, go, you know, get it going.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to spend a lot more elixir just to defend your barrel. So, and that's why log bait is so, if you guys want to learn advantages, probably log bait is the deck to go to. In my opinion, probably, because it's probably just easier. But yeah. And also, you know, the second point is sometimes, guys, it is good to allow some damage. I do see some people like over defending just because they're like a barbarian is going to get one hit. Like sometimes, guys, just letting it go, or even like letting a dark goblin go, just because, like, you know, the dark goblin is going to be is going to die. And if it's not going to take your whole tower, let's say you just started out a game, sometimes it's okay to allow some damage. That way you gain a little bit of more of elixir, because sometimes, guys, and that's another elixir advantage. If he just throws a dark goblin down and you just ignore it, hey, you're already up 3. Yeah, you're down like, you know, whatever, 400, 600 damage or whatever the goblin did, the dark goblin. But that's another elixir advantage that you have, and try to use it.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And also, I wouldn't say do this all the time, but it's fun. You could play dead and make him think that you're not playing. You ever do that?
Yes, I did. I even whipped out. Yeah. There was a YouTube, I forgot who it was. I think it was Riley, or it might have been Ian. I don't remember, but they allowed the player to take their tower first. And then all of a sudden they just spammed. And then they actually started playing. They ended up winning because of it. But,
yeah, because the opponent's like, whoa.
Oh, that's hilarious. Kind of going against what we kind of preach a little bit, but changing decks every few battles. Or never mind, sorry. Okay. But yeah, changing decks every few battles. Yeah, you're not really learning. So this is just really important for beginners, seriously, guys, because you got to figure out what kind of deck you want to run. If you're wanting to run some sort of hog deck, you need to stick with it and try to figure out how to use it. Because when you start getting, you know, we've been playing for 9 years or so. It's a little bit different, you know, when we're changing decks because we already somewhat know how to play them. But was really starting out, definitely just stick with one deck, figure out why you lost, and run with it. But if it's really not your play style, okay, fine, change it up. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, change it up and honestly experiment some deck styles. Honestly,
and also I've noticed since I'm guilty of this. Every time you switch a deck, the game, I don't know if it's the way it's coded or the way it works, but it constantly will it has to search for other decks that are going to Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's not like
it knows.
Yeah, it knows. So I feel like every time I switch a deck, that first match, I'm gonna get automatically hard countered.
Yes,
and I don't know what it is, but so I just feel like if you stick with a deck, you'll get like better matchups later. I mean, not all the time, but the more you play it, the better it gets, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely agree. For some reason, and that's what you get more tilted. You change a deck and get hard counted. Like, what the heck? So you play another deck, get hard counted. What the heck? I'm out of here. But yeah, those are kind of the common beginner mistakes that I see. So, all right, guys. Number 8. We got 2 points left, guys. But let's talk about the best evolutions to get first. Now, there is some people that have messaged me. It's like, hey, guys, I have a chance to get an evolution. What is the best one? Obviously, the game comes out with at least an evolution every season. And yes, they can be very broken when they first start out, but then they end up trying to balance it. And, but here are the Evos that I think they stand true for a very long time. They're fairly versatile, and they're going to be in the meta for a very long time. Most of these, anyway. But I'm going to rank them from worst to the best. So number 6, guys, I'm going with Evolution Knight. He's 3 elixir. I think he's a 2-cycled card, and extremely versatile. Probably the most versatile card in Clash Royale, and very easy to use. Yeti, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing you can't go wrong with using Evo Knight, especially in your bait and your cycle decks. I mean, he's great.
Yes. And then number 5, I went ahead and put Electric Dragon, the E-Drag. And mainly because I was talking to you, Yeti, a little bit, I think today, that a lot of people play like stuff off the bridge, especially early on. And if you have Evo E-Drag, it cleans everything up. So I know in a lot of times, guys, if you're playing with E-Drag, you do have to, you probably need Tornado, bring everything in, and then just watch the magic happen. But yeah, I went with E-Drag.
Those two combined is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then FrozenYeti's favorite card, number 4, the Evo Firecracker. She's pretty easy to play. I mean, a lot of people are playing arrows, but you can normally get that first shot. So yeah, she's very easy to play. Plays in a lot of hog decks. She's very popular, very hated as well.
She stays alive very long.
And also, in the beginning, for beginners as well, like a lot of people don't realize how far back she goes. So like if they try to arrow and didn't know she's just now shooting, there's a possible chance they could miss. So there's that. And if they miss with an arrows, you're going to get that much value. So that's why she's in number 4. And then I might be biased here, guys, but number 3, I put the Evolution Recruits, and mainly because how easy he is to play, especially in the beginning level. Like if you just started out playing, you just drop them in the back or whatever. Normally, guys, with recruits, you want to play them defensively. So if they're playing with a push, just play them to defend whatever they're pushing, and then you just counter push with that. Very easy. The Evolution is still very good, even though they somewhat nerfed it a little bit. But very annoying cards for sure. Very hard to defend. It can be. So, I don't know.
I also like that card because it gives you time to think about what you want to do next. Like you just place it in the back and... That's
true. I feel like, because I main this card, I feel like right when you play recruits in the back, I'm like, all right, what am I going to do now? Like you just have options.
Yeah, see options. What they do, Yeah.
So it's a very you react to their play kind of card anyway. So, and then number 2, because I definitely cannot put this number 1, the Evo
mid-ladder menace,
Evo Mega Knight, guys. Number 2, very easy to play. It smacks back, anything. So like if they played like a giant, you can smack them back, or a hog rider. Like he is so annoying, but he's pretty decent, honestly. Especially in the beginning levels. So he is not a card. And sorry guys, I do not like saying this, but he is very good in that range, guys.
But also, really quick, do yourself a favor and go on YouTube. There's so many easy counters to counter Mega Knight. I see people complaining that he's broken and he needs a nerf, and he's really not. You just need to. There's so many counters to him. Absolutely. You just got to figure out where the placements are.
Absolutely, guys. You can spend 2 elixir to kite him to your King Tower. Like, learn it, guys. Just learn it. And it's very, very handy. So, and they played 7, guys. He's a 7 elixir card. So, anyway. And then number 1, guys, in my opinion, the Evolution Valkyrie stands alone. She's super easy to play. She has this Evo that where it just tornadoes everything in. She's a huge cleanup card. And she, again, just like the Knight guys, very versatile. Play him in pretty much anything. She's in lava, guys. So you can play her in literally anything. And yeah, if you guys have 6 shards and you're wanting your first evolution card, and because you don't have one, definitely pick the Valkyrie. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think she's just a great card. I guess I would throw in there that's also a great card to learn when you have her Evo ready. It's a good placement. Learn her placements, because if you place her wrong, she'll spin and pull a card somewhere that you didn't want it to be put.
True. Yeah.
I mean, it probably didn't come out right, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But anyways, guys, that is the best evolutions. And in my opinion, I just kind of threw these on here. And yeah, that's what I would stick to for that. But Yeti, number 9, best decks for beginners. You have the podium.
All right. So I kind of just threw up some decks that I thought, when you start the game and you cruise your way up, these are some of the decks that you might see or you can put together, and they're easy to learn, easy to play.
Yeah.
But everyone has their own choice. Everyone has their own style. But so for my first deck, I think when you first play the game, you're going to see a lot of giant. So I think you get your first Evo slot around level 5. So it's pretty early. So I did add Evo in this. But I have Evo Musk, Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Arrows, Fireball, Goblins, Minions, and Spear Goblins.
Yeah.
I just think it's an Elixir 3.4. I just think it's an overall easy deck to learn, play.
Yes.
And
I've noticed in that early, Arrows is definitely a must. There's so much like goblins and archers and stuff, minions. Definitely play with Arrows, and Fireball is great too. But yeah.
And also, when you're playing the Evo Musk, just to throw it out there, if someone places a cannon in the middle of the arena, you can always place her in the back, and she will take that cannon right out.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just a good little tip.
Yep.
For the really second deck, as you're moving on up, I put together a Hog deck. I was trying to do 2.6, but I wasn't sure when you got Ice Spirit. I don't think you get that until later on.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so I put E-Spirit instead, but I have Evo Volk, Hog Rider, Musketeer, Skeletons, Cannon, E-Spirit, Fireball, and I threw Mini P.E.K.K.A in there just for more defense. Yeah. And it's only 3.1 Elixir. I think it's a solid deck. It's fun really to play, good, dude. Easy to learn.
This is probably my favorite deck, honestly. I have to probably try this, honestly, because especially in the lower arenas, you're going to see a lot of hogs and probably a lot of giants. And Mini P.E.K.K.A comes in so clutch. And then if you have Evolution Valkyrie, she comes in so clutch. And then you can protect your Musketeer with your Mini P.E.K.K.A and your Valkyrie so well. So, yeah, definitely, this is the deck I really like. I think you did a really good job on this.
And once you have that second Evo slot open, you have 3 other Evos that you could always play around with.
Cannon, Musketeer, and Skellies if you want to.
Yeah.
And then Ice Spirit if you have Ice Spirit. So, which Ice Spirit evolution
pop that out when you can. I don't know if E-Spirit works, but
yeah,
it does clean up the bats.
Yeah, it does.
And this deck I had to throw in there because it's an old classic 2.9 mortar with the princess or the archers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, archers.
Yeah. I put Evo Mortar, or you could use Evo Archers, Knight, Arrows, Skeletons, Rocket, Ice Spirit, and I couldn't remember if it was Zap or I think you were saying Skeleton Gang.
Yeah, I think I said gang just because it's more of a bait, I guess. Maybe to bait them so that way your archers maybe stay alive or something like that. But
yeah, I couldn't remember what this used to be a deck that.
I love the rocket in this. I need to try this out.
Yeah, and it's super quick. Like you can get back to your rocket at the end of the game.
Yeah, and guys, you can make substitutions as well. Like, yeah, this deck has a knight, but you can substitute like a Valkyrie. Like, honestly, a Valkyrie would look really good in this deck as well. But
definitely, and it's still cheap.
Yeah. Because it's only a 2.9, and maybe a Valkyrie would make it a 3.1 maybe or something like that. But
yeah, I
would say, guys, though, Rocket is fairly hard to use. You're gonna miss a lot of stuff. I still do. So yeah, so I normally play Rocket with NATO, so I definitely won't miss my stuff with Icebow, but I have been playing a deck without Tornado, and I was like, wow, this is actually tough. So yeah, Rocket, guys, is pretty hard to use, but hey, just go out there and practice.
Definitely. And then these next two decks, they are more like if you're trying to get to 10K, you're higher up there.
I agree.
This one's actually popular right now, and it's the Evo Gobcage, Evo Recruits. It's the Piggies, the Royal Hogs, and the
Ceiling
Flying Machine. Yeah, and the Zappies, Arrows, E-Spirit, and Goblin Barrel.
Bar Barrel, yeah.
Bar Barrel. Yeah,
I agreed with you. I was like, yep. Oh, wait.
No, not Gob Barrel.
Yeah, the Bar Barrel.
Yeah, but this deck is solid. I've been playing it. I was playing a little bit last season. Overall, it's easy. It's pretty easy to play. You kind of just,
Yes. And with
definitely defend first. Don't just throw things down.
And again, like what we were doing, or what we said on our tips and stuff, guys, know their counters. When you're playing a Royal Hogs deck, which it's pretty hard to kind of play, but this deck is a little different though, because I'm thinking of the Piggies EQ deck. But with Royal Hogs, know their counters. They probably have a Mega Knight because everybody plays Mega Knight. So normally split them, especially in this deck. It's very good to split. But if they've already used their Mega Knight or something like that, definitely full send Piggies and feed them that bacon because they will tear down that tower. So, and also
or
another
if they
tip,
even
guys,
have like a bomb tarot.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you're about to say that, but put your flying machine right in the middle, and it will take care of it as they're hitting it.
I was going to say that. Flying Machine is so deadly, guys. The range is so good. Playing it in the middle behind the recruits is so good. And also, guys, you can be sneaky and play the Flying Machine all the way to one side, and it'll snipe that tower somehow. I've gotten a lot of damage off Flying Machine. Flying Machine could be your GOAT in this matchup. I've noticed some people even, like if you put the recruits and then there's so much going on that they forget, and the Flying Machine just takes a tower because they forgot about that side. Or don't have or can't pay for anything. Yeah. Yeah. Very strong deck, guys. Then, this is I love this one. And then finally, it's a classic. Bytor will be happy, I guess. But, I hate it. Yeah, it's Bridge Spam with P.E.K.K.A. Yeah. I also threw it in there because Evo Ghost is coming out soon. Yeah. And you can swap it out with I have an Evo Battle Ram, Evo Zap, P.E.K.K.A, Magic Archer, Ghost, Poison, E-Wiz, and Bandit. But you could swap the Evo Ghost out with probably Zap, I guess. Oh, yeah, probably. Future. Yeah, probably. Because you do have Poison. This deck is very... I haven't played it in a while, but I think it's very defensive. Like, you want to see what your opponent has first before you go crazy. Yeah. But you have a lot of cards that can counter... The only really deck you're going to have a lot of trouble with is probably bait. Like I was going to say that, yeah. No, your does that a lot. Yeah. You got E-Wiz that does a little splash. You got your Magic Archer does splash. Ghost does a tiny bit of splash, but those matchups, P.E.K.K.A is going to be hard to play. And also, guys, Battle Ram, learn how to kite with it. It is so good when you're like low on elixir and they play like a Mega Knight or something like that, you can kite a Mega Knight to your strongest tower if you need to. So definitely learn that. But yeah, I've never played. Go ahead.
This is one of the decks where it is bridge spam. So
yeah,
once you're at that 2.0 elixir when it's faster, you do want to constantly throw on each bridge, throw a ghost on one side, throw a bandit on the other,
bandit,
and then throw the battle. You know what I mean?
Definitely bandit.
You want to keep the opponent on his toes.
Guys, listen, he didn't say P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge.
No.
Unless he plays an RG or something, but you got to be careful with their fishermen if they have it. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
so that's it.
Yeah, very, very good decks. And that was all from Yeti. He did a great job. So I appreciate it, man. But all right, that's going to do it, guys. That is your Ultimate Beginner's Guide. I'm actually going to send this guide. It's on a Google Doc. I will actually put this in the show notes as well, so you guys can go and check it out and read all of that we did on here. And also, guys, don't forget, I do have a Google form as well. If you guys, I think there's 7 questions about the podcast, like what topics do you like? What do you like the guests on here? And there's a couple of other questions. There's 7 of them on there, so it takes no time, and all of it is unanimously, so I won't know who you are or anything. So it just helps the show out and know what you guys like to listen to, what you guys don't like to listen to, and all that. So after that, Yeti, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me again.
We will see you on the next one.
Yeah, definitely.